Hey everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you so much for joining me today because I have some exciting news where I have agreed to become a design team member for Papercraft Secrets. Papercraft Secrets is a company owned by Alicia McNamara, and you can buy her things from her shop, and she has a website for that, so I'll put her link below, and I belong to her Facebook group, which is open to everybody, called Papercraft Secrets, and I'll put the link of that below as well, where people showcase things that they've made from paper. The idea of being on the design team is to show inspirational projects to for other people to get some ideas from, and to perhaps have a try themselves. So I've been asked to showcase making things using Alicia's printables from her shop and on her website, and on a video. So I've made a box card, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I've used the Dinosaur Printable, which I made some ordinary cards last time, and I'll that'll be linked on my screen as well, so if you want to check that out. And then you can put a happy birthday sticker or something on there as well, which I haven't done yet. And the idea being that you fold this and it fits into a normal sized envelope, so there's no extra packaging. It's not fat or weighty. It's works quite well. So then you just decorate the sides like that. So I'll show you how we're going to make one of those. The idea is that you get a Australian sized A4 paper, and I'm going to apologise in advance because I don't have, my trimmer doesn't have centimetres, so I'm going to be using a ruler and my trimmer at the same time, so I apologise for that, because I'm not a confident user of knives to cut things. I've always just used a trimmer, so I just don't feel confident enough to do that. So I'm going to cut this in half. Basically you can fold it over if you didn't want to measure it, and I don't know what 15 centimetres, so you just measure it 15 centimetres. If you want to know where I got my A4 sheet, I buy it from Officeworks. It comes in a blue packet, blue and white packet. So I'm just going to measure that, cut it down the middle, and then we have something to go on. Then this is going to then measure 8 centimetres across there. This is to mark middle. It's not going to be quite the middle because it's 15 centimetres across there now, and 14 and a half. Anyway, 8. What have I done something wrong? No, 8 there, and 8 there. And I don't have a scoring tool, so I'm just going to show you how I do the score. I'm just going to measure up my ruler on the lines, and I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to fold it like this. I used to have a scoring board, and then I found I wasn't really using it. Of course, that's always the way, isn't it? So then when you've done that, you go across the long side, and then you measure 15. So that's 5 centimetres, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'll do the same down the bottom so I can make sure it's nice and even. 5, 10, 15, 20. So you've got, measure across 8, do the line down the middle, and then it's 3 times 5. 4. So I'm going to do the same again. And use my ruler to help me fold, and then I'll make a nice crisp edge with my bone folder in a minute. I mean, you can score it if you like. I could have scored it with my trimmer, but when I saw somebody do this on YouTube, it's quite effective. Works just as well. This is going to be interesting, the little skinny one. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it, fold it, So I'm just trying to make sure that my folds are nice and crisp, and that's why I'm using. If you don't have a bone folder, you could use the handle on your scissors, or you can just use your finger, your nail. So then what I'm going to do is that you need to have, see how the back is just up and the other ones are folded down. So we just need to cut some. So the top, the smaller bits are going to be the ones that are folded over, and the long ones are going to be the ones that are down here. So they're the ones you want to cut, are the short. So you turn it around, so you're going to cut the shorter tops. So I'm going to use my pair of scissors for that. Just going to cut it down to the 8 centimeter line. And then this little skinny one, I'm going to do the same thing again, because we don't need this top bit. And I'm going to cut it straight to start off with, only because I'm just make sure I've got it right. And I'm just going to cut that at a bit of an angle on both sides there to give it a bit of like a envelope edging kind of thing. I need to keep the little. Oh no, I don't need to keep the little scrap. Yeah, keep the little scrap. Just keep the little scrap because you'll need it. So then we need to fold. Keep one up and fold the other ones down. So just fold it down. Fold it down. You can use your bone folder again to make it nice and crisp, or whatever. You can use your thumb. And depending on if you've cut it straight, which I haven't, with this lined up, that's why you probably should use your trim. Okay, never mind. So it goes like that then. There's your base. So then I'm going to take my sheet like this, and I'm going to put that to one side, put the bone folder on one side, put my template there. I'm going to paper, or the paper I'm going to cut at 4.5 centimeters. So again, because I don't have a trimmer that does it in centimeters, which is a pain, 4.5. 4.5. I just need 4 of these, 4.5 and 4.5. So do I need to measure it up here as well, just to be on the safe side? Should do, just to be safe. 4.5, 4.5. Yes, I know, I probably should just do the maths and keep adding on, but can't be bothered. Or to be honest with you, just after 9 I would start. So I'm just going to cut along where I've measured, line it up on my trimmer. Now that I've measured it, there's probably a waste to do the whole lot, but I'm just going to do the whole lot because it's just easier for me. And again, last one. Did I do 1, 2, 3, 4? Did I measure the last one? Yes, I did. Just couldn't see the line there for a minute. Okay. And then we have to measure these ones at, because these ones are now, these are 7.5 and these ones are, can't remember, Kay. So we need to do 6. 6 and what did I say? Just double checking, sorry. 7.5. So we need to now do So you've got to do, oops, just put that down there so you can see, hopefully. And then you've got to now do 7.5 and 6. Okay, hopefully I've got that right. Not my strong suit, measuring. That's why normally I just do it by line of sight. So again, because I don't have a trimmer that has centimeters, I'm going to cheat and do all 4 at the same time. Hopefully it works. So we're going to do 7.5. Isn't it funny? Because I could remember when I did the template, no problems. As soon as you get in front of the camera, things go out of your head. And then the next one is 6 centimeters. So let's measure 6 centimeters. I know this is very time consuming me doing this way. It is. It's just, I seriously thought about going down to Kmart's one by one with centimeters wide. Just do it this way. So I apologise for being a bit time consuming. Now let's not make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Right. Oh, do you know what I've done? Oh, never mind. I should have just kept one without sticking it down. I made a mistake there. I apologise. Not thinking clearly. Should just kept one straight one. Anyway, where's my template? So let's start. So we've got, what I was trying to say was I should have just kept one without cutting it up, which was a bit silly. Not thinking of me. Again, because I'm making a video and it's my first time, I'm feeling a little bit flustered. I don't know why. Okay, alright, so I'm just putting them in order. So there's my front. So we'll do this one first. Make it flat while I'm doing it. Use my glue. You can use whatever glue you like. I'm using 450. You can use, because I've done this in paper, you could just do it with glue stick if you wanted to. And then the top bit is going to go on that flap there. So, and you need to have it so the flap is down and then so it's the right way around when you're putting it on. It's going to use a rubber, I've just realised. Sorry, excuse me if I can find a rubber. There's one where the pen mark, where the pencil mark is. Oh, not very clean rubber. I have to. That's better. Okay. Then go around to the next one and we do the same again. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have started on the other side. Never mind. Oh, I told you I'm getting flustered. I don't know why. Should have done the other way around. Never mind. And then, like I said, this should have gone in a row, so there was a pattern. You can do it right this time, next time. But I don't think it's going to be too obvious, because when you look at it, I don't think a child's going to be particularly noticing that it's not in order. Parent might. And this last one is where I shouldn't have cut it in half because it's not bent over. This goes there. It should have been all joined up together, so I apologise if for leading you astray. But what I could do to disguise that is, because the printable has a few little bits and pieces in terms of little bits and pieces like this, I could just do a little fancy thing there to cover up my mistake. That looks fine. Just to cover up my mistake. And then you need something for here. So I'm just going to use one of these ones that I've got left over. Doesn't matter which one. Just going to put it there at the top there. This one I am going to do line of sight. I'm just going to measure it like that. Cut across. I don't need my trimmer for this bit here, really. Reasonably confident in making sure it's straight. But if you want to use your trimmer, that's up to you. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with, really. Alright, so then what we do is with this little flap here, you put glue on it. And then you put it with that one there. And you join them up. And I'm just going to hold it for a minute so that it's joined. Make sure it's slipped a bit here, so I'm just going to have to make sure it's all joined, all lined up. Press it down so it's glued on. That's coming off, so put a bit more glue. Okay, so then you've done your base. So how do we do the inside? Well, the inside is you want to use one of the strips you've already got, and you fold it one way, that way, like that. Just going to have a quick measure here, and then fold it the other way, like that. Make sure it's nice and so it fits in the box. Okay, so, and you put the glue on the little tab, and on the other little tab, and you pop it inside the box like so. So you've got a little bit there and a little bit there. So put that side down at the top, and then this side down at the other top, like that. Then you need another one of those, which I don't have, so I'm just going to very roughly trim one. This is going to be miles too big, but that's all right. It's not very straight. Okay, the glue's come undone there. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to fold it one side, and then fold it the other way, the other side, glue both sides, and then pop it in the middle. You can make these box cards bigger. I just like this side because they fit quite nicely into a it's not too big. I'm laughing because I'm thinking, oh, it's just things are not going right this morning. You can see I haven't measured this one wrong here, and it's just not sticking down properly. This other one I've done, I haven't measured it properly. It probably would be easier if I probably did it properly, okay, and measured it properly. See, it's 5 across there, it needs to be 5 there. I did have a 5. That's what comes when you don't measure. There and there. I'm only just measuring because normally I just fiddle around with it and have a guesstimate, but just doing it for the camera because I don't want to be too long on the video. Okay, one there, And unfortunately, don't know how to fast forward in the middle of a video. I haven't learned that skill yet. I don't think the editing tool I have allows me to do that. Anyway, so I've fussy cut some dinosaurs from the digitals, from the printables I should say, and this one here, what happened was I printed all these on paper, and then I realised I probably should have done it on cards. So I'm just going to show you. I've used all these images with all the palm trees and rocks and things like that, and I've just fussy cut around the little dinosaurs so that we can use a bit of acetate to make them wobbly. Acetate, we know, like wasn't that easy to find. We went to Officeworks and it was advertised as you know, that ones you can print on. It was really expensive, but I've got my acetate from Craft Online, and which is an Australian based company. If you were interested in buying some acetate, it was the only company that came up when I googled it. Apart from Amazon. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you one, and then I'm going to turn you off, and then I'll show you at the end. So with the acetate, I'm just going to get my trimmer. Probably can't see the acetate, sorry. There it is. You probably can't see it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to a length wide enough to sort of wide enough to what, Kate? Wide enough to see, I don't know if you can see that, sorry, wide enough to be so the dinosaur can sit on it, kind of thing, like that. So I'm going to just glue the dinosaur on. I'm going to put glue down the back for the acetate to go on. Put the acetate up the back of the dinosaur. Cut it to where you think you want to have the dinosaur floating from, and then still not sticking right. I don't know what I've done wrong here. Apologise. Probably folded it too many times. That's probably what the problem is. Okay, so with my dinosaur I'm going to put it on one of these things going across. So you work out which one you want to put it at. Usually bigger ones at the back and smaller ones at the front, and like that's the small ones that would go at the front like so, and the other ones will be behind. So I'm going to put this one on this, because you can use this front one as well. So I'm going to put this dinosaur in the middle. So I'm just going to attach it to the bit there, and it just sort of floats around. So I'm going to turn you off for a bit, and then I'm going to show you the last little bits. See you in a minute. I'm back, and what I ended up doing was I put that dinosaur that I had at the front, and I put him on the back, because actually we can do that to sort of as well as an added thing. And you've got these two floating around, and then this one, the thin small one, I'm going to put at the front. So I'm going to stick it to this front section here, like so. So you've got layers of dinosaurs, and then this front one I'm going to put here. So you've got 5 dinosaurs. I try to do odd numbers because that's more pleasing to the eye. So that's what we can do at the front there. And then when you fold your card, just folds like that, and it goes into an ordinary envelope. So I hope that you enjoyed making it, and these are fun for children. And I actually made, once upon a time I used to make a lot for women's cards as well, and they're quite popular with older women as well, with different like flowers and things like that on there. So you can do them as you like. I haven't made any for a while because they sort of dropped out of favour, but I thought I would make them for this, and I think they're fun. Wobble around, a bit of interaction, they're fun. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'm so pleased to be part of the design team for Papercraft Secrets. Thank you very much, Alicia, and we'll Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.